Good morning, students. In the last class, we have studied about the consumer behavior through ordinal utility analysis, what is budget line, and now we are going to study the what are different changes occurs in the budget line. Okay. Now, first condition is changes in the budget line when only one determinant, that is, only one factor changes. When the what will happen when there is change in the budget line, when there is only one factor will change. Okay. The various factors are the income of the consumer, price of the good one, and price of the good two. These all are the factors, and the condition is what changes occurs in the budget line when there is change in the one factor. Okay. And the factors of the budget line which affect the budget line are income of the consumer, price of the good one, and price of the good two. Now we will discuss first the what will happen when there is change in income. Assuming that price of the both the goods remaining unchanged, budget line will change with the change in income of the consumer in the following ways. Okay. Now we are assuming that the price of the both goods are not changing. Budget line will change with the change in income. Okay. When there is no change in the price of the both the goods, the budget line will not change. If there is change in the price of the good, we will discuss in the following ways. Okay. First is an increase in income. What will happen when there is increase in income? When there is increase in income and there is changes occur in the both the price of the good one and the price of the good two, so it causes a parallel rightward shift of the budget line. So we see that when there is a change in the income of the consumer, we have diagram like this. If there is change in the both the price of the goods and the income of the consumer is changes, so the curve will shift to the rightward, that is. Okay. Now see in this diagram, it causes a parallel rightward shift. The line AB shift to the A1 B1. From it means that a consumer now can buy larger quantity of both the goods. If the income of the consumer is increases, then the condition is now a consumer can buy large quantity of both the goods. Okay. If there is increase in income, then the curve will shift to the rightward, and it means that the consumer now can buy both the commodities in larger quantity. And the second condition is when there is decrease in income. When there is decrease in income, assuming the price of the both the goods remain unchanged, the price of the both the goods is not changing in both the condition, it causes a parallel leftward. If the curve is AB, when there is income is decreasing, then the curve will shift to the leftward, and that is A2 and B2. So that now consumer will, what will consumer do? Consumer can buy smaller quantity of both the goods because the income of the consumer is decreasing from the first condition. As comparison to the previous condition, the income of the consumer is decreases. Okay. When there is change in income, there is two conditions, that when increase in income and the decrease in income. When there is increase in income, we have assuming that the price of the both the goods will not change. When there is increase in income, the curve will shift to the rightward, that is from AB to A dash B dash, and now the consumer is able to buy more quantities of both the goods, that is good one and good two. If there is decrease in income, then now we are also assuming that the price of the both the goods is remaining unchanged, then the curve will shift to the leftward. Now consumer is able to purchase a small quantity of both the goods. Okay. Next condition is when there is change in price of the good one. Now in this condition only price of the good 1 is changes and the price of the good 2 remaining constant. Okay, assuming that the price of the good 2 is here. Okay, in this condition good 2 and the income of the consumer remain change. Here we are taking that the price of the good 2 and consumer income of the consumer both are unchanged. There is changes occurs in the price of the good 1 only. So when there is increase in income, when there is increase in price of the good 1 will make a budget line steeper. Okay, when the increase in the price of the good 1, it will make the budget line steeper. That means if the budget line is previous budget line is like this, now the curve will be shift to the leftward from AB to AB dash. Okay, now the curve will shift to the leftward. It means now consumer will purchase the now the consumer now buy less of the good 1, so the curve rotate to left from AB to AB1. When the price of the good 1, okay, when the price of the good 1 is increases, so the consumer will not purchase more of the good 1, so the when they purchase less of the goods, so the curve will shift to the leftward. In this condition the curve will shift to the leftward, AB, so AB dash. Okay, here we are taking that the price of the good 2 is not changing, only the price of the good 1 is changing and income of the consumer is also remain unchanged. So the budget line become more steeper and that now the consumer will not purchase the more amount of the good 1 because it is become so costly. Then it becomes so costly, the consumer will not purchase more of the good 1, so the curve will shift to the leftward. Okay, now the second condition. Okay, yes. Okay, now the second condition is when there is decrease in the price of the good 1. In this condition, this condition, when there is decrease in the price of the good 1, when there is decrease in the price of the good 1, the curve will become more flatter because now the consumer will buy more of the good 1, so the curve rotate to rightward. Okay, the second condition is when assuming the price of the good 2, assuming the price of the good 2 and income of the consumer remain unchanged and decrease in the price of the good 1, decrease in the price of the good 1. So when there is decrease in the price of the good 1, the curve become more flatter. This is more flatter. So when the curve become more flatter, the price of the good 1 is decreasing, so consumer will purchase more of the good 1, the curve will shift to the rightward. It's all about the change in the price of the good 1. Next, the second condition is when there is change in the price of the good 2. In previous condition, the change in the price of the good 1 only occurs. Now the change in the price of the good 2 occurs. Just like that condition. So an increase in the price of good 2 will rotate the price line from leftward from to AB to A1B. Okay, now this condition, see, in this condition the curve will shift to the AB to A1B. There is increase in the price of the good 2, so the consumer will purchase less amount of the good 2. Then the curve will shift to the leftward. leftward. Okay, leftward, it will shift to the leftward because the price of the good 2 is increasing, then the consumer will purchase less amount of good 2, then the curve will shift to the leftward. Okay, now the second condition in this, decrease in the price of the good 2. When there is decrease in the price of the good 2, the curve will shift to the rightward, and the more and more when the price of the good 2 is decreasing, so the consumer will consume and prefer more of the good 2 because its price is decreasing. Then when consumer will consume these kind of good 2, it will shift to the rightward. Okay, like this, it will shift to the rightward. When there is increase in price of good 2, then the curve will shift to the leftward. When there is decrease in the price of good 2, the curve will shift to the rightward. It is the basic difference. Because when the price of the any good is increase, then what will we do, we consume that kind of product less amount, and when the price of the that kind of goods is decreasing, then we will purchase more kind of that good. So the basic difference is this: when there is increase in the price of good 2, the curve will shift to the leftward. The budget line will shift to the leftward, and when there is decrease in the price of good 2, the budget line will shift to the rightward, and only the line of the good 2 is changed, not the line of the good 1 will change. Okay, because there is changes occurs in the price of the good 1 only. Okay, now when the changes in the budget line when more than the one determinant changes. Okay, now the next condition is wait a minute. Yes, okay, change in the budget line when more than the one determinant changes. When the price of the good 1 and the price of the good 2 changes in the same direction and also by the same percentage. Yes, when the price of the good 1 and the price of the good 2 changes, then it will shift in the same direction and with the same percentage. We will see it with the diagram of 2.7. It's back like this one. Okay, when it happens, then the price of the good 1 and good 2 is changes in the same percentage and the same direction, then the curve will shift to the rightward. Okay, and next condition is when we see that there will be rightward shift to the in the case of fall in prices, and parallel shift to the in the cases of rise in prices. Okay, when it happens when there is when there is fall in prices, and it is happen when there is rise in prices. When there is fall in prices, then the consuming of the both the good is, then when the price of the both the good is increasing, then the consuming of those goods is decreasing. When the price of the both is falling, then the consumption of both the goods is increasing. It is the basic difference. Okay, now second condition is when the price of the good 1 and good 2 and income of the consumer changes in the same direction and also in same proportion, there will be no change in the budget line. It is because the consumer will still be able to buy same bundle of goods. For example, if the income of the consumer rises by the 20% and the price of the both the goods also increase by the 10%, if there is condition, then the price of both the goods, good 1 and good 2, changes, and income of the consumer also changes with the same percentage and with the same direction, so that there will be no changes in the budget line. Because when the income of the consumer is increasing by 30% or 40% and the price of the good is also increasing by 30% or 40%, so there will be no change in the shifting of the curve, whether it is leftward shifting, whether it is rightward shifting. So there will be no changes, because if the income increases by 30%, prices of the both the good also increases by 30%, so there will be no change. It is just equivalent to each other. When the price of the good is decreasing by 30% and the and the income of the consumer is also decreasing by 30%. So there will also no change occurs in the budget line. Okay. Third condition, if the price of the good 1 falls and the price of the good 2 rises, the consumer will able to buy more of good 1 and the less of good 2. Okay. Now there is a contradictory condition. The price of the good 1 is falling and the price of the good 2 is rising. So see the diagram. When the price of the good, when the price of the okay, when the price of the good 1 is false. Okay, good 1 is here, price of the good 1 is fall. If it is falling, then the consumer will purchase more of the commodity, then it will shift it to the rightward. And when the price of the good 2 rises, when the price of good 2, that is B, it will rises, so it will shift it to the here, and it will shift it to the here. So this condition is the consumer will able to buy one more good 1. Now the consumer will buy more of good 1 and less of good 2. Okay, then that's why it will shift it to the here and it will shift it to the here, because the price of good 1, when the price of the good 1 is falling price and it is rising. When the price of the good rising, good 2 rising, then the consumer will consume less amount of good. When the price of good 1 is falling, then the consumer will buy more of good 1. So this is the condition. Now the second condition is, if price of good 2 falls and the price of good 1 rises. In this, the price of the good 2 is falling. When the price is falling, then the consumer will purchase more of the commodity, so that the curve is shifting rightward. And in the condition good 1, when the price of the good 1 is rising, when the price is rising, then what will consumer do? Consumer will purchase less amount of good 1. So the curve is like this, it is this and this. So when the price of the good, any good, rises, the consumer will purchase less amount of goods. When the price of the good is decreases, then the consumer will purchase more of the good too. This is the basically inverse relation between the both of the demand and the price. If the price of the any good is increases, then the demand of the that commodity is decreases. When the price of the commodity is decreases, then the demand of the that commodity is increases. Okay, now the next is indifference curve analysis and the consumer equilibrium. We have studied in the previous classes that there are two type of utility: cardinal utility and ordinal utility. We see that the cardinal utility is based upon the numeric terms. In we can measure our utility in numeric term, that is called cardinal, and it is given by the Marshall. But the second condition is ordinal, which is given by the Hicks and Allen, and it says that the consumer will prefer and provide the ranking of the any commodity. He or she will give the rank, so that according to that he or she will prefer the commodity and give the rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, so that according to that he will consume those commodity. So indifference curve is basically depend upon the ordinal utility. Now let's start. Scale of preferences. It refers to the ranking of preferences by the consumer. In this indifference curve, the consumer will give the ranking by the ranking of preferences. He provide the when various commodities are given to him, he give the ranking that he prefer the first commodity, then second commodity, he preferring second commodity, then the third commodity. So he has provided the ranking of the preferences which is given by the consumer. When a consumer rank his preferences regarding different bundles, it is termed as the scale of preferences. Okay, any consumer gives the preferences and give the rank to his preferences regarding the different, there are different bundles available to him or her, and any consumer gives the rank to the his preferences, it is called the scale of preferences. Okay, we have already think that there are different kind of commodities we have available, but we have given the ranking for his according to our preferences. For example, we more prefer the pizza as comparison to burger, so we give the pizza as the rank 1 and the burger as to rank 2. So in this condition, it is called the scale of preferences, which commodity we prefer most. uh, so it is termed as the scale of preferences. For example, suppose there are two bundle of goods A and B available to the consumer. Okay, now we see that there are two bundle of good A and B available to the consumer. There can be three possibilities. Okay, for example, I am a just consumer and I have a two bundle of good A and good B. For example, 10 to and 40, there it is one bundle, and 30 and 60 it is second bundle. So I have a two bundle of commodities available to any consumer. There can be three possibilities. Okay, it has the three possibilities. Okay, consumer may prefer bundle A to bundle B. Okay, it is up to the consumer that which kind of bundle prefer by the most by the any consumer. Okay, either the consumer will prefer bundle A as comparison to bundle B, or second condition, consumer may prefer bundle B to bundle A, or either consumer may prefer bundle B as comparison to bundle A, or third condition is maybe consumer is indifferent. Okay, maybe consumer cannot take any differences between the A and B. In this case, bundle A and B give him equal satisfaction. Sometimes it also happens that we first of all we prefer more pizza than burger. It is the first condition. Second condition, we prefer more burger than pizza. It is second condition. And third condition is sometime consumer and we are indifferent between the burger and pizza. Okay, we want both of them. We can't select one of them, कि हम उनमें से कोई एक सेलेक्ट नहीं कर सकते कि हमें बर्गर चाहिए या पिज़्ज़ा चाहिए. तो इस कंडीशन में क्या होता है, कंज्यूमर इनडिफरेंट हो जाता है. ही और शी कांट मेक डिफरेंट बोथ ऑफ द कमोडिटी. In this case, both of the commodity gives him equal satisfaction. Burger and pizza both give the any consumer equal satisfaction. It is the scale of preferences. So third is second condition is consumer prefer A then B, B then A, and the consumer can't make any difference between the both of them. So consumer, both the commodities, both the bundle of goods gives the more satisfaction and equal. Basically, both the bundle of goods give the consumer the equal satisfaction. Now next is indifference schedule and indifference curve. Okay, an indifference schedule may be defined as a schedule of the various bundle of goods that gives equal satisfaction to the consumer. Hence a consumer become indifferent between them. Okay, a consumer schedule may be defined, and the schedule is basically deals with the list of the datas, list of the combination of the goods. Okay, it indifferent schedule shows the bundle of the different goods uh, which gives the equal satisfaction to the consumer. Okay, it shows the bundle of different goods, bundle of two goods that give the equal satisfaction. We have taken the example of burger or pizza. All of goods are give the equal satisfaction to the consumer, hence consumer become indifferent between them. Consumer is indifferent, consumer can't make any difference between both of them. Consumer is unbiased, he is not taking the main priority on pizza or main priority on the burger. In this condition, both of the commodity gives him equal satisfaction. Table 2.6. Table 2.6 present those bundle of goods which give same level of satisfaction to the consumer. Okay, now we are go to the indifferent schedule, which shows the same level of satisfaction to the consumer. These are the bundles, bundle A, B, C, D, E. Now in this, good 1 is 1 and good 2 is 12. In the condition in the bundle B, the unit of good 1 is 2 and the unit of goods 2 is 8. In the bundle of C, the good 1 is 3 and the good 2 is 5. What it shows? It shows the consumer, whenever any bundle of good is taken by the consumer is give equal satisfaction. Consumer is indifferent between all of them. Consumer does not prefer any one of them, that he or she will say that bundle A is more good than the bundle A. No. In this condition, consumer is unbiased, consumer is indifferent, because all the bundle of goods gives him the equal satisfaction. Now next is indifference curve is the locus of point. Now we are going to study what is indifference curve. Okay, till now we have studied the scale of preferences, indifference schedule. Now we are going to study what is indifference curve. Indifference curve is the locus of the points. Okay, locus means showing the different points representing such bundle of two goods among which the consumer is indifferent. Okay, indifference curve is the shows the different points on the graph of the different bundle of goods. Whatever we have taken, these all are the bundle of the goods 112, bundle A, B, C, D, E. These all are the bundle of goods in which consumer is indifferent. Consumer can't make any difference between these kind of bundle. Just like bundle A gives him that kind of satisfaction, which is also equal to the satisfaction given by the bundle D. So consumer can't make any difference between the any bundles. The graphical presentation of indifference schedule gives indifference curve. Okay, the graphical, it is indifference curve is the graphically, when we show the graphics through graphics and through graphical presentation of the indifference schedule. Indifference schedule are these are the indifference schedules. When we show the graphical presentation of indifference schedule, it gives us indifference curve. Okay, when we put the all these points bundle A, B, C, D, E on the any graph, it gives us the indifference curve. This curve represents those combination of goods which give equal satisfaction to the consumer. Okay, in all the curve, whatever we have taken this curve is talking about that in each point A, B, C, D, E, the consumer get the equal satisfaction. In all these points which is on the curve, it can't say that the A point is give more satisfaction than the point D, and each point A, B, C, D, E all gives the equal satisfaction to the consumer. Consumer can't make any difference on this. AE is the indifference curve. See this AE. Yes, AE is the indifference curve, and which shows the different combination of A, B, C, D, E. On this we have seen that it is the curve A, B, C, D and E on it which are available to the consumer. It is available to the consumer. It is available to the consumer, so that consumer is indifferent in all the point. all these bundle give him equal satisfaction. That is why he is indifferent between them. So in all these point A, B, C, D, E, all points gives the consumer equal satisfaction. So the consumer is indifferent that which point he or she will prefer most, because at all point consumer is getting equal satisfaction. That's why we are saying that consumer is indifferent in all the all points gives the equal satisfaction to the consumer.